Welcome back to Reviews with Ronel. Today's series, Sisters of the Salt by Erin A. Craig. House of Salt and Sorrows. Sisters of the Salt 1. A friend had recommended this, warning that it's a bit scary. The first half of the book was delightfully gothic, but nothing really scary. And then the penny dropped. Wow! The world building, the various twists and turns of the plot, and the horror underlying it all makes for a great novel. I like the retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, the magic of the world, and how it all skirted the line between dark fantasy and horror. There's even a mystery, or several, to be unraveled, before Annalie's mind unravels. And there's a romance thread woven through this island tale. A lot of fun to read, moments of not knowing who to trust, and a fulfilling ending. House of Roots and Ruin, Sisters of the Salt 2. I thoroughly enjoyed the first book. I had high hopes for this one, as it had the most interesting sister, Verity, as the main character. But the pacing is slow, as it's bogged down by a lot of description of the scenery and repetitive scenes. How many times can Alex be sweet? And the big no-no, peacocks screaming are awake every other page. I have peacocks, so I know how they sound, and their cute screeching during mating season isn't the stuff of nightmares. So each time it's described as such, I just stopped reading, which is why it took me over 2 months to read this book. There were interesting moments. Ghosts, scandals, a poison garden, the language of flowers, secret passageways, which kept me interested enough to keep reading, but it only became interesting as a story about 60% in. The letters that were strike through were difficult to read and didn't add to the story, only to my irritation. See sections on maligning peacocks. For most of the book, Verity is obtuse, bratty, and has no agency except when running away from home, or scared of her own mind and every shadow or sound. Not quite a heroine to root for. It was very gothic heroine of her to go traipsing around in her nightgown in the middle of the night in a possible haunted house, and even when she learns of the horrors of the house, is warned to leave by ghosts and harbingers, not really feeling the same as her fiancé, she stays. Why? There are action-packed scenes, twists, and a very gothic ending, but the story is mired with too much description of the scenery, and unlike the cherished bonds of sisterhood that were so much part of the fabric of the first book, this one threw them off like unwanted shackles. The sisters were almost an afterthought. I won't be continuing the series. And for those who wonder, peacocks sound like this. Ronel! Ronel! Doesn't sound like screaming to me. Trigger warnings, eugenics, can't go into it as it gives away plot points. Blood, ghosts, gaslighting, drugging unsuspecting women, abductions, drug-induced hallucinations.